G'day everyone, today I'm here in London and we're off to the London Transport Museum. The London Transport Museum is housed inside a stunning Victorian iron and glass building that once served as Covent Garden's flower market. It was originally designed in 1871 and became the home of the museum in 1980, after the collection had moved through various locations. In 2007, the museum reopened after a major $22 million refurbishment, making room for a wider range of exhibits and stories, from the earliest horse-drawn trams to London's iconic tube trains. But let's start with one of the most globally recognised symbols of London, the red double-decker bus. The museum features a wide range of historical buses, including early horse-drawn omnibuses that operated in the 1800s. The B-type bus used during World War I, and the classic RT and Routemaster models, which served London streets well into the 2000s. The Routemaster, with its open rear platform and conductors, is perhaps the most beloved London bus of all. Before buses dominated the streets, trams were a key part of getting around London. The museum showcases beautifully restored tram cars from the early 20th century. When electric trams connected the inner suburbs to the city, trams were quiet, efficient and clean, ideal for growing cities, but by the 1950s many had been phased out and replaced with trolleybuses, vehicles that used overhead wires, much like trams, but they didn't need rails. And of course you can see one of those at the museum as well. The museum's exhibit helped tell the story of how and why these systems failed, and why cities today are rethinking their value. On a quick side note, you can still find former remnants of the tram network around London, like here at the Kingsway tram subway, which is a cut and cover tunnel in central London. The subway opened in 1906 and closed in 1952, although in July 2021 it was announced that visitors would be able to tour the tunnel again, a program organised, well, by the London Transport Museum. Of course, the reason we were at London Transport Museum, diving into the London Underground, the oldest subway system in the world. The museum proudly displays the very first electric underground train, which began service in 1890 on the City and South London Railway. Before that, believe it or not, steam trains operated the underground. You can also explore a full 1938 stock tube train, known for its sleek Art Deco lines and enduring popularity. Some of these trains ran all the way into the 1980s and are still even in operation with heritage groups today. Interactive exhibits and original maps help you understand why the tube expanded over time and how it shaped the way Londoners lived, worked and played. Beyond the buses, trams and trains, the museum tells the human story of transport. You'll find staff uniforms throughout the decades, training material, ticket machines and a collection of transport posters. There's even a basic simulator there to give you an idea of how it feels to drive a tube train. While the main museum is here in Covent Garden, there's a second site, and one I hope to be able to visit in the future, the London Transport Museum Depot in Acton. It holds many of the larger, more delicate vehicles, like complete train sets, buses and restoration projects. Some of the stock is even used for mainline tours. It's only open on select days, so if you're a serious enthusiast, check the website to plan your trip. The museum also runs hidden London tours, which take you into disused underground stations and wartime shelters. It's a rare look into part of the city most people will never get to see. So of course, you can't leave without checking out the museum shop. It's 2 stories packed with transport-themed gifts, from original underground posters and books to furniture made from real tube mesquite fabric. To visit to the museum, you'll need an annual pass, starting at $25 for adults, which gets you unlimited daytime visits for a whole year. Kids can go free, but they'll need a timed entry ticket, which you can book all online. Now, as much as I enjoyed visiting, I think the entry is actually a little high. Personally, I think, especially for us tourists who don't get to London that often, I think they could have cheaper tickets without the year-long returns. The museum is open daily from 10 AM to 6 PM, with last admission at 5:15. Now, as you'd expect, the best way to get there is by public transport. The entrance is in Covent Garden Piazza, just a 2-minute walk from the Covent Garden Underground station. And other nearby stations include Leicester Square, Holborn and Charing Cross. So that wraps up our look at the London Transport Museum, with a special focus on the trains, trams and buses that have kept London moving for generations. So whether you're a lifelong transport fan or just curious about the city's history, this place is a must visit. So let me know in the comments, what comes to mind when you think of the most iconic London transport? And of course, if you have been here yourself, let me know what you thought of it. as always, if you are new here or you are returning, don't forget to be subscribed so you can keep up to date with all the videos I've come out covering railways, both big and small, all over the world. And I'll see you all again soon. Hooroo!